Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dogs and cats, people in outer space, aliens, you are now tuned in with the greatest of the greatest, one of the greatest of the greatest. And on the line with me is another man who is also one of the greatest of the greatest. And his name is Fran. Fran, how are you today, brother?
I'm doing pretty great. Being
Good, good,
being
good.
one of the greatest of the greatest. It feels good.
Now let me start it out, Fran. What are your thoughts on Zack's original plans for Darkseid and Justice League, man?
You wanna make me cry? For real.
I'm sorry, man. I gotta ask, man. I'm sorry.
I mean, I think that they were going to be like so epic. Like
Mm-hmm.
it was going to be such a big scope, but it was just going to be like 5 films, so it was going to be like contained. But the
Mm-hmm.
scope of the films, like at first it was just like, an invasion on Earth in Justice League and wherever, but it was going to get like some intergalactica shit. Like it was going to be
Right.
like in the space, in Apocalypse and Green Lantern Corps and whatever, so it was gonna be so fucking epic. And
Yeah.
I mean, I discussed about this with one guy in Twitter that I stopped following. I didn't even know why I followed him. But the
Mm-hmm.
thing is that it is like exactly the plans were like exactly what Marvel is doing right now. Like
Yeah,
it's the
and
same
people
fucking
laughing.
thing. Yeah, people were
Yeah.
like, "Oh my god, he was going to kill Wonder Woman and Aquaman. He's such a bad director." And I mean, like, just like, and you're fine with half of the heroes dying in Infinity War, and you were praising the Russos like they invented cinema. Like, get the fuck
Yeah.
out of here, man. Like, everyone
Yeah.
was like,
On some real
fuck
shit.
Snyder, he was going to kill Aquaman, how can you do that? And I'm like, yo, they were going to reverse time, like the same exact same thing that they are going to do in Endgame. Like, what are you complaining about? I mean,
Yeah.
it was going to be epic, and these plans they were original because no one had made them yet. So now Marvel are doing them, and they look like the revolutionary filmmakers.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
that I mean I don't get angry because I like Marvel as well, but it's like everyone is praising Marvel for everything is a cliffhanger and what's going to happen. But if Snyder does it, he's an alt-right, ultra,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know, misogynistic guy, and you're like, what the fuck are you talking about, man?
Yeah, the guy made Sucker Punch, which is to me empowering and uplifting women, but he's a misogynist. Get the fuck out of here. Moving on, friend. Let me ask you this, brother. And hopefully this doesn't make you cry in advance. I'm sorry, brother. Uh, what are your thoughts on Lois's potential death? Because as I was telling another good brother, shout out to him. When Zach said that, I was like, wow. If I know I cried at Superman's death, but seeing Lois die at the hands of Darkseid, that would probably definitely be shocking and definitely just make the man tears come like no other. What's your thought on Lois's potential death, bro?
I mean, I think personally it would have been like a fucking amazing moment in the cinema. So
Mm-hmm.
it would have definitely made me cry. Maybe not for the death itself, but for the reaction of Superman. Like
Mm-hmm.
everyone is going to be devastated by it. But
Mm-hmm.
the thing is that everyone praises Injustice, like, oh my god, Injustice is one of the best runs ever in comics, and it is like it's an amazing run in comics. But
Mm-hmm.
when Snyder, he didn't even do it because they didn't let him, but he even slightly talks about it, everyone loses their minds. Like,
Yeah.
how is he gonna kill Lois Lane? What are you, stupid? All right, and it's like, yo, man, like, it's something that I can't even understand, man. Like, I just can't. Like, how can you? It's like saying, I like, I don't know, mm, some stupid shit. I like green lights, and
Mm-hmm.
someone comes and makes you a green light, and you're like, no, man, fuck this shit, man. Like, what is this?
Yeah.
Why is this green? Why is this a green light? And you're like, you said you like this, and now you don't
Yeah.
because I made it. It's like, I just can't understand it, man. I think that it would have been like an amazing moment with an amazing score, slow movement that Snyder likes, and Wonder Woman dying, defending her, and Superman coming late, and Bruce laying there like powerless and everything. It would have been
Yeah.
amazing, like kind of an injustice like.
Yeah.
But people are such crybabies and such incompetent fucks that they. I don't know, man. I can't with these people. Like, I really can't. I don't see the logic behind this. I swear, man. Like, if you like Flashpoint or you like Injustice, why are you complaining about a director that wanted to make your favorite comic run on the movie screen? Like,
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
Shit.
It's so fucking stupid.
It is, bro.
I don't know.
Damn, bro, you done got started early, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to bring it out. I'm sorry, man. But let's carry on. And I know this one is definitely gonna get you fired up even more. Are you glad that Zack went into detail regarding common critiques he has received?
I mean, yeah, and he was like super soft for what he should have, for what he should have been. Like, he was like, well, some people didn't like BBS, and he was laughing like, of course a lot of people didn't like it, and because of criticism we had to change the script and everything. And I think that he acknowledged that his films are divisive and that a lot of people don't like their movies, but he's like too soft, you know. Like, sometime in time he has to snap. Like, he snapped with the wake the fuck up, and I liked that. But the amount of hate that this man gets just because he has done some iterations of some characters, of some fictional characters that you like the shit I've seen online on Twitter, man. Like, I think he bullied his daughter, he's a self-hating Jew, and I was like, yo, he's just a man doing films who loves his family and loves making films. Like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Like, and this guy from Collider, because I fucking hate Collider, man. Like, he said, it was 2006 and Collider was really small, and I was in line to watch 300 and I didn't know if I could get in because it was a press tour or whatever. And Zack Snyder personally came to him and got him a seat personally for himself. And like 3-4 years later, that guy was writing in Collider like, he's a self-hating Jew that bullied his daughter to death. And I mean, like,
what the fuck?
Like, what is wrong with you, man? Like, he's never done anything controversial. He's never said anything controversial. He's just a kind man who loves his family and loves to do films. And you're calling him a self-hating Jew that bullied his daughter and hates his mom? Like, what's wrong with you, man?
Hold on, friend. And as for the rest of y'all in my comment section, I'm not the one. If you want to talk some shit, get the fuck out of my channel. But continue, friend.
That's right. If you want to talk shit, go talk shit on the streets. don't talk shit on the internet.
Yeah, why, bro? I'm just trying to understand who does this type of stuff, man. I don't get it.
I mean, I get what you say, but the thing is that I don't see the logic. Like, if he was like a controversial guy that said, you know, fuck women and fuck, I don't know, fuck Jews and whatever, I understand that people hate him. But every time he does like interviews or whatever, he's like very passionate about his work. Everyone that has worked with him, everyone says that they are their favorite director to work with because he's really kind and really comprehensible or whatever. And what everyone around him says, especially in the press, is just hate, and more hate. It's I just don't understand it. Like, he's kind, and because he's kind, he gets the more shit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Man, BBS just it rings true, and people gonna be like, oh well, you just gotta be shut up. Like, when Superman says no one stays good in this world, man, it's like, everything in that movie is just being proven day in and day out, like through and through. At least over here, I don't know. It seems like overseas, bro, y'all have things a little bit better or a lot better in some instances, but I don't know, man. It's oof.
Yeah, but that's
But
the
yeah,
thing.
man.
Yeah,
Like,
you can
go ahead.
you can criticize, for example, BBS. You can criticize it in a respectful manner. Like it's
Yeah.
totally comprehensive. Like maybe I don't like basketball. I do like basketball, but I don't like basketball because I think that is kind of boring or this and that. I understand that some people like it, but I don't, and that's perfect.
Mhm.
Like no one is going to force you to like nothing. But one thing is not to like something, and another thing is to come to someone and because you don't like some movie, go tell him to fuck himself because he hates his mom and he's a self-hating you. Like
Yeah.
you can
You going too far.
Yeah, that's right. Like you can respectfully not like something, and that's totally fine. We are humans. We don't like everything, but there's a
Right.
difference between coming in a respectful manner to say I don't like this, and everyone is going to agree that you don't have to like it. And another thing is to come and like this is shit, and if you like it, you're a fucking fanboy. Go fuck yourself. And it's like, yo, relax. Like these are movies, they are not that important. I don't know.
Damn, bro. That's really I did not know about that till you brought it up. That's cold. That is really cold, man. About that collider dude.
What?
Hey,
Like
yeah,
the
about
collider dude.
the
He's called
about the
something or something. He's called like
yeah, that's crazy, man. But moving on.
one last thing, can I?
Go ahead, go ahead.
Like 2 days ago or something like that. Like every news outlet was like, Snyder has said that the Snyder Cut is real or whatever, and every news outlet out there was spreading the news, and that was really really good. And when it came to Collider, they were like talking in their little podcast or whatever, and they started to say that Snyder was so wasted and he was fucking drunk and that he
Yeah,
didn't
trying to
even know.
spin the narrative.
Yeah, like he didn't even know what he was saying, and I was like, yo, man, he was sipping on a margarita. Like the margarita was full. Like maybe he drank like one margarita, but a man his size and his weight with one margarita, he's totally fine. Like I don't know if you fucking soy boys have ever drank alcohol or whatever, but with one margarita, if you are that size and that weight, it is impossible to get
Yeah,
so fucking wasted.
exactly, bro.
It's just it's hating because of the sake of hating. Like I don't
Yeah,
understand the reasoning behind it.
yeah. It's crazy, man. And I wasn't initially gonna ask you this, friend, but I got to now. And it's something I've thought about and talked to a few other people about as well. I think that Zack Snyder, especially if you watch his films really carefully and closely, like you and I and a few others do, they expose a lot of the hidden truths about our world and our very existence, and they bring to light some ugliness about the industry. What's your thought on that?
I think that if you are that angry for a movie or a director or an actor, it means that you don't have real problems in real life. Like I think
Mm,
that we live in such a good way. Like everyone has like a medium standard in the West, in the West civilizations, that you don't really need to care about if you're going to get killed tomorrow. Like and most of these people are young people as myself and you and as you are, but you are kind of older than me. But whatever. Like they don't have problems in real life. So when you don't have problems in real life, really important or big problems, you create your own problems. So all that hate, all that boredom, all that, like everything that you should fight against in a real problem, you kind of expose it in some things that you like. Like I'm gonna make
mm,
myself clear. Like you don't have problems in your real life, and humans, we are not perfect and we have our anger and whatever. So you
mm,
kind of spread that anger in something that is it's not that important. like people get so fucking mad at movies. Like, for example, Captain Marvel. I didn't like what Brie Larson said, but I really didn't care. Like, I saw the movie, thought that it was kind of boring, and that's it. But I'm not gonna be in the internet like, fuck that chick, bro. I ain't seeing that social justice warrior shit or whatever. It's like, yo, chill the fuck out, man. Like, it's a movie. Like, you should be paying attention about your government or your government politics or the jobs going down or the economy or whatever. But you are here like a 40-year-old man on the internet babbling and shouting about a movie that you're not going to see. It's like, congratulations, man. Like, what do you want me to say? You're not going to watch a movie. Like, what's a movie in someone's life? Like, Jesus, man. Some people need to go outside more often and have real world problems and get to work, go to the gym or whatever. They have some really bad anger issues.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. Man. Well, this is one of the less aggressive questions. Who do you think could best play Darkseid, brother?
Javier Bardem. Like, I ain't saying that because he's Spanish or whatever, but because the deep voice that he has, I think it's perfect for the role. I think that if they made him like Thanos, like with CGI and everything, I think that will be fucking perfect, man. Like that deep voice that he has, you know. Like, I would like to see him record a line, something like, I am death, I am Darkseid, or something like that. It will be fucking amazing. And that's one thing that none of us know. If Darkseid was in the Snyder Cut, someone must have been cast like for a body double or for the voice or whatever, and we don't even know who that is. So
for me, it had to be either. Yeah, I know people gonna be like, "Oh, why you said him? Because he's black?" No, it's because he's a really fucking good actor. It had to be Idris Elba, Ed Harris, or Tom Hardy, and people gonna be like, "Oh, he paid Bane." Shut up. Yeah, either Idris Elba or Tom Hardy, because I feel like Tom Hardy can capture that menace and that fucking stature, because they can easily just bulk him up with CGI. And Idris Elba, he has the height and the voice, and he's played a villain before in Jungle Book. So Ed Harris, I think, has all of those. Plus, I think if he wants to be a more experienced Darkseid, I think that his voice and his stature as well would be really good. But those are just some of my choices. Moving on, friend, and this also kind of is out of the way, but not necessarily, because Zach casted this young, very talented individual, and I'm glad he did. What are your thoughts on Ezra Miller and the reported drama surrounding The Flash? Because, and before you answer, Fran, initially it was going to be the team from that movie Game Night, I think it was called, going to be, creating the film. Most recently, we found out Ezra Miller was taking things into his own hands with the honorable good brother Grant Morrison. Shout out to both of them. And now we got hit with a laughable, but honestly, given the state of the universe, aside from a few positives, rumor yesterday that Ezra Miller might be out, and people have been speculating that might be the case anyway. Ezra Miller is a very, very, very talented actor. Shout out to him. I think he has a chance to be a very, 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 very good Flash. I think with the reshoots, that just messed things up. Again, I don't know who in their right mind thought putting his face on Diana's boobs or fucking with the fucking Russian family. I don't know who thought all that stuff was a great idea. I really would like to sit down and just talk to the person that did that shit, Joss Whedon, Justice League creator, first and foremost, but who all greenlighted that shit and said, yeah, put that in theaters. With that being said, Fran, what are your thoughts on the reported drama surrounding Flash?
I think that, Ezra is kind of in the Snyder kind of way of treating superheroes. Like, he wanted like a more mature film, not that kind of childish way. So
Right.
I'm with him, but I think that Warner Brothers have seen that this new direction of kind of more of a goofy superhero and whatever is giving them a lot of money. So I think that if they have to choose, they are not going to choose him, which is something that I don't really understand because they had such an amazing cast that no one really expected,
Yes.
and they are
Yes.
throwing it all away without giving them a chance. Like Ben Affleck is out, Henry Cavill he's probably out, Ezra Miller is going to be out, Cyborg is out, Ray Fisher, sorry, and it's like you had these amazing talented actors, and you're going to replace them for making movies like The Trench, like for real, man. Like you don't want to waste money in paying Henry Cavill more money to be Superman, but you're willing to waste money in a movie about The Trench. Like, what are you thinking about, man? Like, I think that the new CEO and this new kind of new guys coming to Warner Brothers is going to make them like more reasonable. But fucking hell, they've made some really bad decisions, man. The only guy that is left is Toby Emmerich, and I hope that he's gone soon. Sukihara, we all know what happened with him, and I'm glad that he's out. So there's only one head of the snake left.
All right. Now, friend, we about to get fired up again. What are your thoughts on Twitter, the comic creators getting sensitive in regards to Zack's thoughts through Zack's thorough comments? Because I think a lot of these creators, including Ryan Johnson, who who needs to shut the fuck up, but that's another video. I think they forget that every creation doesn't have to be exactly like theirs. So what's your thought on all this butthurt and, sensitivity?
I don't know. I think that they are like, they don't see that that same shit can happen to them. Like, Snyder had some iteration of Batman, and Tim Burton had another one, and Chris Nolan had another iteration. So these comic book creators, what they don't see is that if they one day dared to make, for example, Batman like a full killer, they are going to get attacked as much as Snyder has been attacked. So it's like you should have more respect for artists who dare and have the balls to take one character that you like and change him into another thing so he can in the end redeem himself, and applaud and clap when you see that kind of balls in a movie, not even a comic book, a movie that costs millions of dollars to make. So be more respectful. And I mean, it's what I said before, like you are a comic book artist and you write and draw a Batman, and you're like, well, I don't like my Batman killing, but I respect that what this director has done, and I understand that it was kind of a character arc that he was going to stop killing because what happened to him in the past. So it's like, that's it. Like, you can be respectful for it, but like, my Batman doesn't kill, and you're like, yo, every Batman has killed. Like, comics, Tim Burton, Keaton. The only one that didn't kill was Clooney, and that doesn't even count as the Batman. Like, Nolan killed like 20 fucking people, man. Like, I really don't understand.
Oh my god, man.
And some other directors saying on Twitter like, yeah, let's make Mary Poppins a killer, and you're like, yo, what the fuck are you talking about, man? Like, these people,
oh my god,
they are comic book artists and whatever. They haven't read a single fucking comic, man. Like, it's like, like I said before, you can say I don't like it, and you're like, okay, that's fine. You don't have to like it. But why the fuck do you have to trust in such a way a human being? Just because he took a character that you like and switched him in a little way that he has already been switched. Like, it's part of the character. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
And I saw some people responding to her in a respectful way, like saying, well, I think that he has killed before in the comics, and I think that you should be more respectful to Snyder. And that girl, Gail Simone or something like that.
Yeah, I'm so sick of her, bro. Shout out to Batgirl, but I'm sick of her, bro.
And she started blocking everyone because they respectfully disagreed with her, and it's like, yo, get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah.
Does she have like the pink hair? Because if if she's fat and she has the pink hair, you know that she's a Snyder hater, you know. Like it's like the stereotype.
Yeah. You don't even have to say it, bro. Let me ask you this, man. What is one common theme from Zack's films that you think we need to look to in regards to the Snyder Cut now? I think I know what you're gonna say. I think.
What's the question again? I'm gonna try to answer it the best.
What's one common theme or quote from Zack's films that you think we need to look to in regards to the Snyder Cut now?
That people hate what they don't understand. Like, they don't understand his movies, and they clearly don't understand what character development is. So, when they see that in the Snyder Cut, things maybe don't go as light and as funny as they go in the Justice League, people are gonna hate it. So, I think that that's a great fucking quote from BVS, from Martha Kent, you know, when she's talking to Supes. And it's going to be so clear because the day, like, now the narrative has changed from it doesn't exist to they are not going to release it. And the day that they release it, and I hope it's tomorrow, but I think we're gonna have to wait a couple of years, but whatever. The day that they release it, they're gonna be like, man, this is shit. Like, you have been waiting for this so long, and this is fucking shit. Oh, look at you dumb idiots. So it's like, you don't understand how much we have been fighting for this, and how we have been putting our souls into this movement. And of course you're gonna hate it because you don't understand it. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, they had no fucking respect. But let me ask you this, friend, and then we'll close. There hasn't been a movement or a battle cry for a film quite like #release the Snyder Cut. And the reason I say it is because, again, I don't know if I talked to you about this, but I feel like I have. You know, with the movie Dredd, there was a petition for a sequel. Shout out to Dredd. Shout out to Alex Garland. Side note. There was even a petition, overlooked one for the Amazing Spider-Man 2 director's cut. There was even one, I believe, for the director's cut of the original Fantastic, which apparently is actually out there. I don't know if it is or isn't. I don't work for Fox, and a few others. But the Snyder Cut has literally gone worldwide, like international. It's everywhere. Everyone knows about it, and it's hit the mainstream. And this really started after that Abomination released in 2017, and it's not slowed down. As a matter of fact, it's picked up steam. Would you agree that there hasn't been a movement or, a quote unquote battle cry for this, like the #release the Snyder Cut?
Well, I think that there has been like movements similar to this, like with the Donner Cut and everything. But because of social media, the scale of it's like so big that everyone knows about it. Like, if you are into cinema, you know about it. Like, you can be in favor of it or you can be against it, but you know of it. You know, like all the big sites about the movies know about it. They've read, they've published articles like, this is why they are not going to release the Snyder Cut, or this is why, because it is not finished, or whatever. But they are going to release it. Because it is getting like so mainstream that it is impossible for them not to release it. like it is so big that even people that are in favor of it and people that are against it, everyone knows about it. Like that's what I'm trying to say. Like there hasn't been a big man that this big, because even if you're in favor of it or against it, you are talking about it, and the fact that you are talking about it is in favor of people that are for the Snyder Cut. Because the more time we spend talking about it, and it's flowing, or there's articles talking about it in the mainstream media, the more Warner Brothers are like, well, maybe someday we could, release this film and make a lot of money. So it is big. I mean, I haven't seen a movement this big. I know that some people have dropped from the train, and some people have jumped on it, but the thing is that it is becoming more mainstream than ever, and I think that that's easily helping us in our goal.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the conclusion of the video. I will leave a link to Fran's channel in the description box. You all go and subscribe to his channel and stop being stingy about subbing. Leave a like, comment, share, and again, subscribe to both of our channels, as we will be collabing in the foreseeable future. Fran, did you have anything you want to add, brother?
Have you been able to see Shazam early, or do you need to wait until the 5th?
I need to wait until the 5th.
Oh, I saw in the United States, some people saw it early or something like that.
Yeah, I had a chance to see it with Fandango, but I saw Us instead and everything. So no, I haven't gotten a chance to see it. I heard it's really, really good though, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I have to wait too, which sucks, but it is what it is.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, again, subscribe, like, comment, share. Subscribe, like, share, comment, subscribe, like, share, and comment. And have a blessed day, and we'll see you all soon.
Bye bye.